Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Boss Babe Blog podcast. I am your host, KeTohn, and CEO of BossBabeBlog.com. So today's episode is called Nothing Else Matters. Again, we're focusing on helping you with building a stronger mindset. And a lot of times you tend to run across and might be one of these people where run across people, or you are one of the people where little things get to you, little things bother you. And it's not that you shouldn't be able to have emotions about these things. It's just that if something so little or so small is going to bother you, there's almost no purpose in continuing on this journey, because that's what's going to happen in life. Whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, you're going to have problems, you're going to have obstacles, they're going to come. So the mindset needs to be less focused on this problem that's arisen and more focused on what can I do to control it. Nothing else matters except for where you're going. That's it. That's it. Nothing else matters. So whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams are, whatever you're aspiring to be, become, or grow into, nothing else matters but that. I work in an industry where we focus on promoting small businesses, right? So a lot of times I get to run into business owners, and I have quite a few events, and I interview business owners, I network with them, I partner with them. So there's many different opportunities where I get to meet a lot of different kinds of people. One day I had someone ask me a question, and they said, it doesn't bother you when people don't show up when they say they're going to show up for an interview, or when they just don't communicate, or, they just don't follow through, and then there's no communication. That doesn't get on your nerves. Why is it that, you only have X amount of people here and you're supposed to have this amount of people here? It doesn't bother you? And I had to explain that, why would it bother me? Why would what someone else chooses to do or how someone else chooses to conduct themselves bother me or worry me when I have my own things that I'm working on? At the end of the day, I just need to be proud of myself. I need to be able to grow and take accountability for my own actions, accountability for my own path and journey, and that's it. You can't control everybody else or what they choose to do or what they choose not to do. That's like me asking a business owner, you don't get mad when someone says no, they don't want to buy. What do? You just stop selling? No, you just move on to the next person who may be interested in what it is that you have to provide. It's just as simple as that. And so when you get into that mindset, people don't understand it, because a lot of times when you're not feeling good about yourself, or you're stressed out, or you're irritated, or you're just in a funky mood, drama and messiness tends to be what people thrive in. So it's nice to be messy. It's nice to create drama. It's nice to stir up conversation, or create a messiness, in the atmosphere. It feels good for some people because they don't have anything going for themselves, or they feel bad about the fact that things aren't going the way that they expected it to. So what's coming out of their mouth is not stuff that's speaking life into people. It's stuff that's tearing them down because it makes them feel better. A lot of times that tends to be the case. When you speak to someone and they're just always worried about what the next person is doing, it's coming from a place of hurt and miserableness. So I say this to say, there's been many opportunities where people have approached me wanting some kind of drama, wanting some kind of unprofessionalism, wanting some kind of big response. But the reality is that nothing else matters but where I'm going and what I'm focused on doing in my mission. Nothing else matters. So if the next person next to me doesn't do what they're supposed to do, they don't have nothing to do with what I'm doing for myself. If I get into an area where there's attitude or the energy is not right, that has nothing else to do. That don't have nothing to do with me. So when I show up places, whether I'm showing up for myself or for someone else, I'm focused on why I came here and what I plan on taking from this. That's it. And if you have that mindset, it doesn't matter what room you're placed in, there will be light. Hear that again. If you have that mindset that nothing else matters, it does not matter what room you are placed in, there will be light, because you will be that light. Now, how long you decide to stay in that room is up to you. Because if you stay in there and you realize that it's only darkness and there's nothing positive for you, then clearly it's time to move. But in some situations, when you come in and you're accountable for your own energy and your own attitude and how you show up, you'll find that a lot of people are attracted to that because they want to be that, or because they already are that and they feel empowered to show it. So the message that I want to get across in this podcast is nothing else matters. What she said about your business doesn't matter. What he said you should do for next week doesn't matter. What they said they're not going to buy doesn't matter. What so-and-so's prices are doesn't matter. All of this is not getting you where you need to be. Where you need to be is up and growing. So if it's not about how you can make money and how you can grow, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, we all want to be able to have that financial freedom, that financial security, and that self-sufficiency. And sitting and worrying about how other people are living their lives, that's not going to help us get it. So I just want to again remind everybody, let the little things roll off your back like water, because they are very little compared to what you're going to achieve and how big you are. Okay? So keep that in mind. Nothing else matters. That's the mindset. Anytime somebody comes to you with some drama, nothing else matters. Anytime somebody tries to say something negative about your dreams and they're not really giving feedback or critique, they're just being negative or trying to be funny, nothing else matters. Anytime someone acts one way with you and then another way in front of other people, nothing else matters. All that matters is where you're going at the end of the day. And some of these people you'll see coming back to you as you continue to grow and elevate. And you have to keep that same mindset of nothing else matters. And you need to remember how people treated you. You should forgive, but you should not forget. Because at the end of the day, if you just keep forgetting, and you're going to keep being treated the same way by the same people who don't appreciate you. So nothing else matters except for where you're going and how you're growing. That's the quote of the day. Thank you so much for listening to the Boss Babe Blog Podcast. I'll see you all again. On our next podcast, we're going to be discussing, drum roll, your mental health is priority. I'll talk to you all soon. Have an amazing rest of your day.